Aloha everybody, this is Kathie Fong Yoneda. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well during this ongoing pandemic. It's really been a challenging experience for all of us, I'm sure. Like many of you, the situation has left me dealing with a lot of the unexpected. Suddenly my work commitments were all canceled. The UFA conference where our MWP books are highlighted, well, that was now put online, and the number of panels and workshops have been greatly reduced. And sadly, I had to cancel our vacation and a family reunion, as well as getting used to being homebound. A few weeks after this shelter in place was instituted, something unexpected happened. I suddenly started to hear from all these writers. They were contacting me, and they were upset, they were unsure, and they wanted to know what should they do. And at this point, I remembered something a history teacher once mentioned to me, that some of the greatest things that were created in the past happened during historic quarantines. And in particular, Dashiell Hammett's detective novels were created. Giovanni Boccaccio wrote the Decameron, which is a story about a group of friends during a pandemic living in a remote villa. Actually, that sounds like it would be a very good group exercise for writers to do. Anyway, King Lear, too, was written by Shakespeare during that time period. And I thought what was interesting, too, was I found out that Edward Munch, who was the artist, he created that visual portrayal of probably how we're all feeling during this time, called The Scream. Well, now, if you're an individual writer, some of my writers realized that this really is a good time to write, but they weren't sure of what to do or what to write about. So I asked them to submit 4 or 5 different log lines to me. Then I selected the 2 of the most promising ones, and I had them write a 3-paragraph synopsis of the story that they preferred. Now, what was great about that is afterwards I was able to give them feedback, and they started to write the script or manuscript. Now, writers' groups, on the other hand, some of my clients are there in writers' groups, and they write in very specific genres, such as mysteries, YA, children, romance novels, science fiction, TV, drama, comedy. And other writer groups are sort of almost, a little bit of everything. They'll be writing books or short stories or scripts. Now, the most popular subjects that all of these writer groups have is they usually will do one of these subjects to talk about dialogue, character development, structure, log lines, genres, screen competitions. That's a big topic. And oftentimes they'll take care of one another's scripts, they'll exchange them and discuss them. And sometimes an already produced script becomes their subject of discussion. And some of them now are doing retreats. Now, you may have gone to a retreat before, or maybe you're thinking of doing one. A lot of groups are now thinking of starting one. I happen to be one of the mentors for the Rocaberti Writers Retreat. Initially, it was a 5-day retreat that was located in Spain, and now their headquarters are in a castle in France. Now, with the virus, all of their retreats were canceled. So what did they do? They created a 5-hour online mini retreat, which they call Rocaberti Virtual. Now, at each of them, what they do is there's 4 mentors, and we each do a 20-minute talk on various subjects on writing. And the writers will send in synopses. There will be 8 synopses that are selected, and we get live feedback for them from their mentor, and 4 writers will pitch their project and get live feedback from all 4 of us. We also have a time for Q&A, usually about 45 minutes for Q&A from all of the mentors, and it's turned out quite well. So if you're thinking about it, it's you can go to rocabertiwriters.com and look under Rocaberti Virtual. Now, you may want to contact also some of your clients and form your own virtual group and give them assignments and exercises and have group discussions. And a good way to stay connected and motivated is with your clients so that they don't feel alone. And not only that, it can provide some added income for you. Now, I'm sure that all of us are thinking, what else can we do during the pandemic? And I thought I would tell you a little bit about my self-survival. Now, in addition to consulting on books and scripts, here's what I'm doing, which is kind of keeping me more motivated, and that is I'm revising my workshop schedule for 2021, and so I'm keeping in touch with all of my sponsors. And it's great to keep in touch with them because all of them are going through the pandemic as well, and it's great to see how different countries deal with this pandemic. Now, every day I also send a personal letter or card to someone I have not seen in a while. If it's someone I haven't seen or been in touch with for more than a year, I will actually do a phone call. And it's just to be able to keep in touch with people and make sure that they're doing okay. And also it's great because in turn a lot of them have been calling me to find out how I'm doing as well. Also, I'm also scheduled to do an online Q&A for a couple of different writers groups in the United States. And I do those free. I don't charge them for it. I'm also on the MWP online panel for the UFVA. We're going to be encouraging members on getting their book published with us. My favorite thing that I'm doing is to mentor. And I'm mentoring a teacher from Cal State Fresno, and she teaches production and post-production. She's doing her sabbatical on writing her first script to get a better understanding of the complete filmmaking process. I can't wait to see how her script turns out, but she's really been enjoying the process so far. Also, I'm doing another virtual retreat, and that will be done in September. And in closing, I am looking at for potential MWP authors to join us. So I would also like to wish everybody there very fond aloha. I hope you guys have good health, creative clients, and continuing success. And also, cyber hugs to Ken, Michael, and Geraldine for bringing us all together. Thank you so much. Aloha.